everybody. How you doing? Celestia here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I have a Dollar Tree craft haul for you today, and just a little bit of an announcement. But we'll save the announcement for later. First of all, let's go. Oh, and Dollar Tree and Dollarama. Sorry, I went to both places today. First thing is I got some more of these floral forms. They're floral foam. You put them in a dish or a bowl, and you stick your artificial flowers in them and to arrange them. They are called Craft Artisan, and they're $1.25 a piece at Dollarama. At Dollar Tree, I get the two of them mixed up. So I have two of those. The doll stands worked very well with these, I have to say. They were amazing. What I did was I cut them in half. I used the top half for one, the bottom half for another. I used just the plain pencil, sharpened it a little bit. I could have painted it or whatever, but I just left it the way it was. Sharpened the pencil a little bit, stuck it in, put the doll over top of it so that the pencil is underneath the dress so it can't be seen. Voila, two for the price of one. You can't really go wrong with that. So, sponges. Why I need the sponges, you will find out. Well, I got gum too, but you don't need to worry about that. I got a 3-in-1 cotton set. It has two things of cotton swabs. It has cotton pads and cotton balls. And I will need these for the same thing that I need the sponges for. And I got some crafting and beading wire. It is 4 meters of each. As you can see, there's a black, a gray, a green, a blue, and a red. Almost like a rusty colored. And again, why I need this will be explained. I know I'm being very mysterious, but you know, anyways, the rest of this stuff I'm going to leave in there for the moment. This has a lid, a white lid. Get it? This is from the Dollar Tree. This is going to be for storing all of this different kind of stuff in. And I got some more steel wire. Package of 3. There's a lot more on here. And again, why I need it will be explained. Tin foil. Ho. You're going tin foil for crafts? Yes. And again, I know I'm being serious, but it's all going to be worthwhile in the end. Now, this was very interesting. This is a package of 10 super fresh little containers. Okay? Now, in the crafting, hello, I already talked about you guys, so just leave me alone. Anyway, in the crafting section for $1.25, they had a set of 4. They were actually approximately the same size as these. The only difference was they had a turquoise lid. This is 10 for $1.25.
Nice.
These are like takeout cups that you get gravy and stuff in. They have a lid. They're very good for crafting if you're mixing paints and you need to keep that paint. You can put the lid on and your acrylic paints won't dry out. And if you just need a little bit of paint, then you can use these. If you've ever got a paint by number set, that's what these are, basically. So, these are going to go back in here. Like so. onto the floor. Ugh. Okay. Oh yes. These are Velcro, self-adhesive. I'm going to use them on my doll clothes so that I don't have to sew them. So, now, the reason that I got all of this stuff is for this. This is natural molding clay, dries naturally, easy to shape, no baking or kiln needed. That's also what these are for. Even though this is an oral care kit, I am going to use it as sculpting tools. More sponges, but these are the cosmetic sponges. They're very small, they're very soft. And I also bought some others. Now, you're saying, Celestia, okay, why did you buy these things? Well, I wasn't going to say anything. I even told Jen that I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it.
She didn't even tell me.
I didn't. Until she hears it from me on this video, she's not even going to know what's going on. I've been doing a lot of research ever since I went to the doll show at the Ukrainian Hall here in the city and saw all of these handmade dolls that were just so and I've been doing a lot of research on different sculpting techniques, and that's what this clay is for. It's not really super soft, but that's okay because that's what you want. You don't want it to be like you know, the salt and flour clay that you make. You can sculpt that just as easily, but that's what this stuff is for. I am going to try my hand. May not work, but I'm going to try my hand at making art dolls. My own creation. They're not going to have bodies. They're going to have a form of some sort, be it a tube, be it a stand of some sort, but the faces and the arms will be sculpted. The wire is for the arms, and eventually if I get halfway decent at this, like I'm hoping I will, then I will be using the wire to make wire armatures, and that's what the foil is for as well. The foil I can use now for the face because that will make it hollow and it will be not so heavy. But feathers I'm going to use for hair. I'm going to be able, because you can stick them in and you can trim them and you can do all kinds of funky stuff with them. I can use them for eyelashes, I can use them for necklaces, I can use them on their clothing. I have all kinds of gems and jewels that I can stick into the wet clay because it doesn't have to be fired. You can do, with the toothbrush, you can make patterns with it, you know, like a brushing type pattern. This is actually a tongue cleaner, but it's going to be great for carving out the clay. This, even though this is a mirror, I bought it for the bottom. It would be it will be terrific for smoothing. And then there are two two tools here that you use for getting crap out from between your teeth. I'm not sure I know how to open this, but anyway. We seem to be at a bit of an impasse here. Anyway, I'm just going to hold it up to the camera. This end and the other end. Like that. I know there's probably a bit of a glare from the light, This has got sort of a hook, like a
Dentist hook.
and the other one is a little more angular.
That's what they used to scrape the tartar off.
Yeah,
your
that's
teeth.
what they use for scraping tartar off your teeth. This is actually, like I said, a tongue cleaner. But they're going to be good for smoothing all of these things. So, that is the big secret. I'm going to use those 10 containers, and I'm going to take the feathers and I'm going to make different hair out of them and put them in those containers. The little small paint by number containers are for smaller amounts of paint. And then the last thing that I bought was some flowers.
Lavender.
I'm not sure if it's
Or
lavender or what it is exactly. It doesn't even say what it is, but I like the look of it. I'm figuring, you know, you can cut it off and, you know, stick it in. And then, Jen's going to want these, by the way. They're orchid strands,
Aww.
orchid garlands.
Pretty.
And I'm going to be using probably some of the petals for wings, and then these leaves I'm going to use on my Tinkerbells to make their skirts.
Ooh. Multi-purpose.
So there's little tiny flowers that, you know, going to be able to put in their hair or whatever. And look at these. I don't even know. They're almost like they're flocked. Like they've got stuff stuck on them. So, anyways, there are 2 of them. And they were, these were at Dollarama, I believe. Yes. So I did get 2 because I didn't see anything at Dollar Tree that I really liked as far as flowers went. Because I was looking for leaves this specific shape and shininess, and they had nothing, and I was very disappointed and told them so. And I also told them that, you know, the man who checked me out, he was the manager of the store. He said, did you, or the owner of the store, I'm not sure which, he said, so did you find everything you were looking for? And I said, no, I didn't. And he was like, what? And I said, no. I said, you asked me, I answered you. I said, no, I didn't. I said, your flower selection sucks. I said, here everybody is telling me you have such a wonderful flower selection. I said, you don't. And I said, and you don't have any clay. And I said, those were 2 of the main things that I came in here for. So, now I will explain about the sponges and the Q-tips. Q-tips are for smoothing with water in small areas, and it's the same with the cotton balls. You can take the cotton off the cotton swab and reattach it with a cotton ball, and it'll be able to be smoothed, and, you know, and then this is for wetting your clay when you're working with it. There's going to be a lot of newspapers being used, and
A lot of swearing and cussing and frustration.
Probably, but that's...
Screaming.
No screaming. No, my name isn't Jen.
I don't scream, I yell.
Well, I don't scream either. I may yell a little bit,
I was
but...
trying to be funny.
I know. But anyway, and of course, I mean, these are great. Don't have to just use them for my clay. There's 8 of them. I can, you know, put half of them in the kitchen. Because I don't need a whole sponge. I probably need like a half a sponge or even a quarter of a sponge. But that's what these are for, and the little makeup sponges are for finer details, being able to get into corners that you can't get into with the cotton swabs. So, if I were you guys, I would not expect to see this necessarily anytime soon. It's going to take me a while to get back. I mean, I took sculpting clay in high school. I went to a high school here in the city that taught special art, and I did molding on an electric wheel and on a kick wheel. So I do know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about doing these things, but it's going to take me a little while to get back into doing it again. So those are the things that I bought. Those are the reasons that I bought them. The first doll was probably going to be a disaster. Like every new venture that somebody starts, but I'm not going to give up on it because that's just stupid. And I have a visualization of what I want it to look like in my head, but whether it actually does or not, I don't know. But the wire will be used for forming part of the bottom, used for the arms and for the neck and for the head. So there's going to be a lot of painting involved in this, which is going to be fun. And if the face turns out to be halfway decent, and if it turns out to be the way I expect it to be, I will do a video on putting the doll together. Painting it and decorating it, things like that. Okay? Thank you for tuning in today. It wasn't that big of a haul or that big of a deal, but just to let you know that probably within the next couple of days there will be a Zentangle video that will be going up. It's going to be really cute. It's a turtle, and I will either be filming it tomorrow or the next day, and then it'll be up. So thank you so much for spending some of your very precious time with me today. I thank all of my subscribers and my regular viewers and all of those who have just tuned in for the first time. If you like what you saw, please click that subscribe button so that you can keep tabs on what I'm doing. Until next time.